Hey Libra, welcome to Germany Tarot. We're still down a germ, so you're stuck with me for April 3rd to 15th reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, but probably leaning towards love or something thereof. I've been a little under the weather, so I need to go with a deck I connect with quick and easy, and that's my Gypsy Witch, which I use daily. So these guys know me, and we like to talk. So I would like to tap into Libra, please, and see what's going on with Libra for this time period, please. 3rd to 15th, por favor. Okay, let's dig in. Right. It's interesting. I need to clarify some of this because in the central issue you have the star, which is hopes, wishes, good stuff. But the overarching energy is the mountain, which is a block, a hurdle, something that is an obstacle in your way. Maybe currently there is a block. Maybe someone's not talking. People are not seeing eye to eye on something. Or maybe there is actually an actual block in terms of practicality, if there's money issues or job issues, or where the nuts and bolts pieces are not available to make this happen yet. Then that's a possibility. One side of the equation we have here is the rose, and then the pig in the letter wanted to come out. Now the rose is beauty, it's rugged, it's sturdy. You know, roses are beautiful plants, but they're also very hardy, and they can weather a lot if, you know, they're taken care of correctly. So maybe you are weathering something, and yet you're taking care of yourself, so you're going to still blossom when it's time to. You're not going to, you know, be stopped. is just a very strong vibe from Libra here. With this pig, it can be, you know, fat and happy, pig and slop, but it also can be ego, a little bit of an attitude, maybe a slight air of haughtiness, and maybe this is coming across in communication with someone, or maybe Libra's a little big in the britches. I'm not gonna, you know, it's a potential. You could be coming across a little high and mighty, and maybe you're feeling yourself, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's just dig in to see exactly how that feeling yourself comes across. I don't know if you're being blocked because you're feeling yourself, or, you know, you're just like, I don't have time for this. Boom. Here we have, on this side though, is the dog and the rider. So the rider is more communication, but it's very fast. It's like immediate, very quick. With the dog, which is loyalty, friendship. I mean, these cards together, that's fantastic. I'm just really curious as to why the mountain's coming out. So I want to talk about the star first, and we'll branch out and see what's going on. All right, let's do the star. The cats. Okay. The cats are falseness. It's not so much lies or deception. It's not something like as dark and calculated. It's more of someone's putting up a front. Someone's not being true to who or what they are. And the fish is, it can be deep emotion, or it can be work, putting the time and energy into something. The fish has to do with anything financial. So maybe there is a financial issue as well. Maybe someone's acting like they have more money than they do, or they're acting richer than they are. And that's interesting because you have the shepherd, which is looking over the flock, which is kind of guarding, and you know, it's a good thing though, but it is someone kind of setting themselves back a bit to observe. But then you have the moon, which is intuition. It's also being in the spotlight. Fame is such a strong word because it can mean so much to different people, but it's recognition. It's getting, some kind of attention or spotlight on you. So maybe the person who is acting a certain way is trying to get the attention, is trying to get the money. Maybe this is where that ego part plays into it, because you see the beauty of who maybe someone is, but that's not really them, and you're like, what are you doing? I do want to go in and see what's up with this side over here, because that's kind of coming out. The birds, it's gossipy. It's quick, flighty energy. So it could be internet messages. Oh, good, the key. I was hoping this would show up. Because whatever card comes out after the key, I take as kind of the answer to what a situation could be, because it unlocks it. So can we please get a card on the key to what is going on with Libra on this side of the coin? Ooh, there we go. There's a change. There is a change. The stork is change, migration, moving, but there's passion behind it. Whatever is being fueled is, someone's gung-ho. So that's good, but come on, just one more. This wine thing has been coming out for everyone, and I haven't seen this card for myself in ever. Yet everyone else gets the wine card. We have the wine card, which is happiness. It's kind of like, I'm getting a pop that champagne, baby. It's whatever makes you happy, you're getting more of it. And I think maybe because there's a drive. You know what I just heard? I heard fake it till you make it. And maybe that's what someone is doing. And that focus requires Libra to block out any other hullabaloo going on. I'm going to move over to here with the dog and the rider and see what's up with that. I think whatever Libra's doing, there's some serious hustle. There's some moving and shaking. Gentlemen, that could be someone, that could be Libra themselves, if it's a gentleman, or it could be a woman dealing with a man who is loyal and rushes in. Okay, there's a ring. So I'm getting a romantic vibe. It's either romantic or a cycle, because the ring is a circle and it'll go round and round. So, is it a cycle? We'll find out. Well, there's the scythe and the safe. I think someone's being protective of their emotions, of opening up. Maybe they actually are being protective of money, because where do you put your money? You put it in a safe. But this is some kind of guarded thing. And the scythe is aggression. It's also cutting things out or taking away unnecessary things, or, trimming down. It's trimming down to simplify things. I do want to know more about... So it's the tree. This is long-standing. There's a touch of karma to it. It could also be health. Maybe someone... Ooh, I take the health thing back, because then there's the fox. I'm not sure, even with this, dog and rider, excuse me, there's a certain amount of slyness to it. The other thing is, foxes know how to stalk. They know how to wait and bide their time, and then they know when to pounce. So is someone kind of waiting you out? And not in a creepy way, but just, they're waiting for their moment. They're waiting for the right time. Now this mountain thing, that's what I really want to find out about. Okay, we have the tower. Now that, I believe, how many is that? That's 4. You know what? That didn't feel correct. That was 5. Technically, that's far too many. Let's see what we have on the tower, please, for Libra. The Bride, the Book. I think this will do it. Hey, the Clouds. Thank you. I was like, I need one more, and it was like, boom. Over top of the mountain, we have the Tower, which is contracts, working. It's of a more, business, formal, corporate nature type thing. But there's also an element potentially of someone isolating themselves to work on things. And this could potentially be what Libra's doing, because there is so much, going on over on this side. It's very kinetic, fiery, moving. There's a passion over here and a drive. And with the fish and everything, I think the fake it till you make it vibe, and Libra's making it. So, they're making it. Then you have the Bride with the Book, the Clouds, and then the Broken Mirror. So I'm taking the Clouds with the Mirror together, but the Bride and the Book, I think the Bride is getting what you want. It's, it can be a relationship, but it's your wishes. It's more of the material wishes, though. It's like you're getting, the stuff that you've been working for and searching for, and you're creating something with this, and you're coming out of the isolation, because the Book is knowledge, and I think that's what Libra has gained on this trajectory that they've decided to go on, potentially kind of by themselves and committed to it. It's also opening up. It can be secrets being revealed. Maybe you're coming out of your isolation and you're like, ta-da, like grand reveal type thing. Because with the Clouds, I think there's confusion around it. Maybe you are keeping things kind of on the DL, on the hush-hush, because you don't really need other people's input. Like, you know what you're doing, and you're going to do it. You don't really need anyone to approve. You're like, Libra's like, I'm balanced. I'm good. I've got this. Because then you have the Broken Mirror. And broken mirrors are bad luck, but it's also, for me, the breaking down of images, the breaking down of, how maybe you see yourself, how others see you, and that mirror portion, it's, there's nothing looking back at you now because the mirror's broken. So you are just who you are. And, if you're as hot to trot as these cards say are, you're doing pretty well, Libra. So I'm not getting a lot of love. I'm getting maybe someone's hiding in the periphery that's watching you, and they're like, oh, wait. But you've put a block up because you have so much going on. Just a lot of work has been put in. And, I'd be shocked if, you laying the foundation didn't pan out into something pretty awesome. We're moving on to the Deviant Moon deck, because we're just going to get an overall general vibe here. And we have 4 of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense. Lovers. And then we have 9 of Cups. Yeah, I just wooed it. I'm sorry. Then we have, how many is this? You know what? It makes sense. I'm taking it here. Let me just get these puppies back where they belong. You feisty monkeys. Okay. What wanted to come out together? Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. That's why I was like, there she is. That makes sense. This makes sense, because you have the 4 of Pentacles, which is the miser, and that's holding on. And it's kind of a graspy feeling where, you're worried you don't have enough, and it's coming from a place of lack, which means it's very difficult to let things into your life if you're holding on to other stuff too tightly. Which moves into the Lovers, which is a decision card. You know, it can be romance as well, but I'm getting the passion aspect of this. I'm not really there's no like other people. It's just Libra. And that is a very passionate, focused card, which goes into the Nine of Cups, which is your wishes, which is getting what you want. And then the overall is Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the beginning of, you know, kind of like they say it's like divinely blessed, like earthly stuff. I mean, this is the groundwork that's been laid that's going to bring about these changes. You know, you had the stork down here. The Page of Swords, air sign, which is a younger energy. It can be slightly immature and a little gung-ho. And I get a little gung-ho-ness with the passion portion of this, but, you know, Libra stays balanced is what they do. With Wheel of Fortune over top of it. So all of this stuff that is being set into motion, I always like to say it's where, you know, opportunity meets preparation. Libra's prepared, like to the teeth. So when that wheel flips, it's on. I mean, it's a lot to take it in a 2-week time period, but I think whatever's coming in, it's like Libra knows. Oh, and here's the other thing. 4 of Cups on top of 9 of Cups. It's, you know, you're not taking subpar offers. You're not taking the first thing that comes in, though. You're not just, but it's not like a, you know, snotty, dissatisfied. It's more of a, I put too much into this. Too much work has gone in, too much time. I can't deal with that right now. Oh, okay. And maybe the first offer you get is a false start, because then you have the 10 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. So I think whatever evolves out of maybe an initial disappointment turns into a solid offer, which the 3 of Pentacles is work. It's everyone being able to work. Just make sure you're working together, not at each other. That can be a difficult thing as well. I do want to see this Lovers. Maybe there is a little person hanging around. No, Judgment. No, boom, Judgment. It's decision. You've made a decision to full steam ahead on this. Good for you, Libra, because this is strong stuff. So, moving on to the Romance Angels, although I'm not sure Libra's going to need it, really, at the rate they're going, because they've got other stuff to do. Okay. This makes sense. So, we have new love, unrequited love, getting to know each other. So remember how I said there's somebody who's biding their time on the fringes. Oh, hi, lamp. New love is a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, yeah, you might have romantic feelings, but you got other stuff to do. Unrequited love. And there's not enough going. You know, you've got other things going on. So you might be like, not now. I do not have the capacity. Then there's getting to know each other. And I hate to say friend zone, but you backburnered it. You know, you don't mind texting. You don't mind maybe occasionally meeting up for, like, you know, a coffee or, you know, grabbing a beer or whatever, but you're not getting into it right now. There's just no time, you know, and that's not where your focus is, which is fine, you know, but just know they're waiting. You know, whatever block you're putting up, they'll hang around. Just don't lead them on, or, you know, give them false hope. Be very clear, you know, with your judgments, you know, and you don't have to be mean. Just clearly state your case, and, you know, this is the way it is right now. You got work to do. Well, I have moved on to shuffling the crystal deck, which is taking the place of the Vintage Wisdom Oracle right now for your Cosmic Pep Talk. And this is Stones and Crystals, and they have fabulous keywords that kind of are food for thought, or maybe if you even have these stones, they're good to put in a little juju bag to keep with you to kind of amp it up. But we have a Takamite. Now, mind you, I may be saying these completely wrong, but if I am, just go with it. Because either way, the keywords are self-motivation, cleansing, enthusiasm. Smoky quartz, grounding, clarity, and calming. So that's good. And we have smithsonite, which is soothing, nurturing, accepting. So, you know, I am getting a lot of fire and passion. Maybe you need to come down a little bit off of it, you know, to take care of yourself a skosh, because that is a lot of energy to expend. Now, they have these meanings on the back, which are nice. I like to just kind of look at them real quick. But, you know, what are you doing in your behavior that you need to look at? You know, are there patterns you're seeing? Are you doing stuff repeatedly that isn't serving you? What can you get rid of? Then with the smoky quartz, they have, it's time to open yourself up to transformation, is what it says. There it is. You know, the fake it till you make it. I don't think anyone's going to be faking it much longer. Atacamite. Once again, I said it like 2 different ways at that point. It's time to have the energy and drive to achieve your dreams. How can you bring forward your enthusiasm and expansiveness to your purpose? I think Libra's already on that. So, you know, once again, strong reading, not a whole lot of love, just a lot of hustle. There's some serious hustle with Libra. So, next round, Jeremy will be here. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever y'all want to do. But we'll be talking to you mid-April. So until then, Libra, be well.